Welcome to PokeViz, and I'm about to show you how to turn these into this.
Hey guys, this is a short little video, but I wanted to do it just because I wanted to get you guys in that mindset of what to kind of avoid moving forward as we start to kind of have to pinch pennies and we have to kind of really put our apples in the right baskets. So these are products that I tend to avoid when investments because I truly believe over time they're not going to get the return worth the space that they take in your garage and locations like that. Plus, I don't really think that even with the better stuff out there, like this is all speculation, I don't think we might see big jumps in product investment and product like pricing that sometimes might even be worth getting, even if they're relatively good on paper, just because of how kind of bad times are right now for Pokemon, or at least starting to be. All right, so moving on. I know this is like doom and gloom, but you know, this is the state and you guys gotta know about it. TCGplayer.com and eBay. So some of these prices I got from both of these sources, but I had to search on eBay for the more exclusive items to kind of prove a point with some of these reasonings and listings of why to avoid these investments. So first up, number one, easily damaged product. Now all this product you see on screen are product that has like almost open cardboard box containing cards and its product. The reason why I have this here is because all these products can get scuffed, the cardboard can get bent, and when things get bent, when things start looking ugly, you have to start giving people a premium on the price because they don't want an ugly box. Usually people are collecting older stuff, usually not to open because they want to collect it, and they're not going to want to collect damaged product. So to me, like I already mentioned this before in other videos and stuff like that, the reason why I don't get the Celebrations Pikachu VMAX premium figure collection, do I think it's a bad product? No, it has a beautiful Pikachu and there are a bunch of cards that are amazing. It has a bunch of packs in there, but this is one of those things that people in the future are going to want to pick up for their collection to keep intact, not to open up. So the edges, like I remember when I got my first one off of Walmart, the edges were already bent. Like the stripes on the tail, those were easily damaged. And I knew if I tried to sell this in the future, I was going to have to sell it for less because no one's going to want a damaged box. There's a reason why you see damaged box last on the shelves at Walmart. No one wants that stuff. So that's why I also opened it up. I was like, I'm not going to waste my time holding on to this item. So moving on, number two, products that I tend to avoid when investing in Pokemon theme decks. Now this might be a little bit of a, people might disagree with me because there are some good ones out there, but the one I wanted to mention the most was the base set theme deck Zap. This was the first one that ever came out, 1999, and it's only worth $500. And I say only because usually things at that time, even a single pack of base set comes at around $450, first edition, stuff like that. But still, like that's just for one pack. But for a base set theme deck that's bigger, bulkier, should have more stuff in there, it's only worth $500. And I added, Cosmic Eclipse theme deck Groudon because that's something I personally pick up because I like the Pokemon. But I know I can pick it up anytime I want because it's worth like $20, like literally nothing after it's been out for years. So to me, these are bad investments because they don't increase over time unless there's nostalgia purposes or if the card that they're representing is a good card. So yeah, guys, like these things don't come with packs. They don't come with anything that could potentially get you like a big hitter card. So that's why it reflects the value too. Like it doesn't have that like wow factor in case you pull something amazing or could pull something amazing. So yeah, moving on to number three. For products that I tend not to invest in, or any product with unpopular Pokemon as their main focal point. Now, the reason I added the theme deck Charizard in here was because this deck is a little more newer, compared to the last one we did with base set, but it's still worth a little bit of money because of the Charizard. Slowly, like only because of the Charizard. Like the Charizard saved that theme deck because I swear if it was anything else, it'd be worth like probably $40. $40 at most, in my opinion. Charizard saves this whole product. And you look at these other products, Ice Rider, Calyrex V Collection Box, the Vivid Voltage theme deck with Dreadnought, that one's worth like $10. Like these things won't increase in value anytime soon. I swear to sweet goodness they won't. Especially if the times are getting rough now. No one's looking at this stuff. Your only reason someone would buy this stuff in the future would be to like open it up and take the packs out of it. The Pokemon in there, they're not gonna, especially when they're out of format and they weren't popular to begin with, they're not gonna even look at that stuff. So yeah, I avoid like the plague theme decks. Like I just don't even look at them. Now, would I get a Groudon one? Yeah, but not for investment. I'd get it for my own personal reason because I love the Pokemon, and probably a Snorlax theme deck too. I love those ones. So number 4 products that I tend to avoid when investing, anything from unpopular sets. Now I kind of have the Sun and Moon Battle Styles of Crimson Invasion pre-release kit, and I have the Battle Styles Single Strike Urshifu V collection box. Now, of course, if you're more in the modern days, you guys know Battle Styles, the notorious, infamous, worst set of our current modern era, Sword and Shield. And the prices tend to reflect it. Now, before I get into it, let's look at the price of Crimson Invasion that's been out longer. So this thing has been out for, it shows like the year diagram here, and it shows that it has gone up, but in time, it actually has been going down in price because like people just don't want this set. Like they might get it because it's old and it has some nostalgia factor, but the thing is though, like they're going to want to start allocating their money towards something better, especially when times are getting a little rough. The only reason why this thing spiked up to begin with was because of the Pokemon hype, where people were literally like, oh, if it's Pokemon, it's investable. We have to snag it all up. You saw empty shelves, stuff like that. Now that those times are gone, now that the interest is gone, now that the hype isn't there, it's slowly starting to go down to what people really think of this product. And it's going to keep going down. I guarantee this product is going to go lower than 38 in like the coming months. And moving on to the Battle Styles Urshifu V-Box, it's been out for several months. Like I think maybe a year now. I don't know. I forget the specific date. But the thing is though, this thing has been going up and down from the $19 to $20 range for all that time. It has not increased. Like I'm sure they've done reprints and stuff, and the drops show that, but it's not worth it. Are you kidding me? After all this time, you hold a product for like a month, you expect some kind of for months, you expect some kind of return. This thing's literally stayed the same and even gone down to high points that it used to have in the past. It's just not worth your time, not worth your money, and not worth your space. Like you could literally do that for anything else. So again, I don't recommend anything from bad, horrible sets. I know people tend to make the argument, well, if it's a terrible set, no one's going to want it. Clearly in the future, there's not going to be much of it, so it might be popular then because there's not a lot of it. No, I thoroughly don't believe that. Because like if in the future, the only reason why you would want this box would be, looking back, you want boxes because you want to be nostalgic, you want something for a collection, and who's going to want a Single Strike Urshifu? Even the most... I know there's fans out there because it was a really strong deck and competitive, but I don't see the reason. Not at all. So for number 5, and this one's really important because PSA is actually starting to dump a lot of stuff out there, and I really don't want you guys to waste your money on this stuff, is junk slabs. So these are 2 slabs that I found on eBay, and they were both selling for $1. And actually, most of the cost of the cards came from the shipping that you would have to do if you bought these. Now you have a first edition base set non-hollow water energy Shadowless for PSA 8 going for $1, and you have a 2016 XY Evolutions non-hollow rare Farfetch PSA 10 for a gem mint 10 going for $1 too. Why would you even? Who would? No. Unless you really love water energies, unless you really love Farfetch, I see no reason to even touch this stuff. And the thing is though, you guys are going to keep having people throw this stuff in your face for the coming months because PSA is still cranking out the stuff that they have been backlogged for months. And naturally they're going to start lowering the prices because they, of their grading, because they want to keep having almost like that backlog security for future work. But guys, don't do it. Don't buy this stuff. And there's going to be a lot of people who have a lot of things because they were grading stuff in at a time when the market was good, and they're like, anything that I put in there will be sell for a lot later. Anything Pokemon is good. And this is the outcome of it. You have junk slabs, stuff that weren't literally worth what they were graded on, the price that they were graded on. And I don't care if it says gem mint, not at all. Like if it was a gem mint, like Charizard or a Pikachu or something that was actually popular and it will continue being popular for years, yeah, that's worth it. But for something like this, no. I don't see a Farfetch fan base anywhere. I think the Pokemon's cool, but definitely hard. I've never met someone who Farfetch was their number one person. And if there is, sorry for the one person out there, but still, I don't see it. All right, guys, that was all my reasons and things that I tend to avoid when I invest in product. Let me know what are your things, like what like almost turns you off of an investment when you look at something. Like, was it one of these reasons that I put out there? Was it maybe something else that I missed? Because like, please let me know. I would like I might already be doing it, but just forgot to add it to the video, and I can make a comment like that in the next video. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts were. Have a dandy day.